Okay, let's try this again. In order to pull reports, you go to this website address link on top that I emailed you. And then I'll bring up this page. And then this is the user. You type in username, user, and then the password, the cell2100 with a capital S, and hit login. And this is how you pull reports for your calls. So the screen comes up, and you'll go to the top up here where it says reports and Prism CDR reports. And then down here in the bottom of the page, it has the users, the names. Now these are the names on the system available and selected. This would pull a report just for Loopy because she's the only one selected. So if I wanted more than one person in the report for their calls, I would just move that person over with the arrows. So now the report would have Loopy and Raina's calls. But if I just want Loopy's calls, then I move Raina back over to the available with the arrow. So now the report's only going to have Loopy's because she's the only person selected. And then I just go to run report right here. And then it'll bring up the report. Now, it also in the report, it asks the date. So if I go back to home to show you the date, because I forgot to show you that. So right now, it's going to just show Loopy's name, Loopy's calls, and over here is the date. So if I want the calls for a whole week, I could just put the week's date, or just for one day, you put the day. So right now it would just show for the 28th of February, just for that whole day. Okay, so that's what this report's going to show. So now I run report. So this is her calls for the one day. This is kind of an overview of everything, but if you want to see the detailed calls, you click on the name. And then this is all of her the calls for the day. So now if you sort from the length of the call, you go to duration. And if you click on this box here, it'll change it from smallest to greatest or greatest to smallest. So if I click on it, that shows these calls barely had any time at all, and then they get longer. If I want to see the ones that were the longest, I'll just click it again. That one was 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes, and all the ones over 2 minutes start here. So there's like 10 of them, or 12 these, all the way from here up. Okay? And so that's how you would figure out. Now, there's inbound and outbound. So right now, we're looking at the incoming. See on top? Those are the incoming. If I want to look at outgoing, then I go over here, click on the name again, and then I can sort using the duration. So there. So you might have to click it a couple times until you see the longest ones on top. And so now all these calls, 5 minutes, and it gets lower. So there was only like 3 calls over 5 minutes that were outbound. Okay, so that's how it works.